Hello, Captain Cantu here. Go ahead and today show you how the BMO requests process work on the new website. So here I am on the forum page, logged into a test account here, Sam Tester, and initially you can see that we do have the notification up at the top right here for BMO requests, and then also you'll see that there is a block here that shows there is a personnel file update request pending as well. I'm going to go ahead and click on the notification. It'll tell me there is one pending request. I click on view pending requests. And here I see the requests, and there's that request there, personnel file update request. You can read, really all the information is already here. Name, rank, assignment, position, DMOS, specialty, and then player ID. The only thing that's really missing from here is the notes. And so I would suggest that you always click into the request to review it to make sure there's not any additional notes that are missing. At this point, the main thing that he needs is to have his profile updated to show that he is a fire team leader. So at this point, what I will do is log into the admin CP. So we're going to click on our name here. My mouse is double clicking, and then go to admin CP. Now that I am in the admin CP, or rather I need to log in first. Now at this point, we are in the admin CP, and you have access directly to PersCom as a member of BMO. You can see the assignment records, combat records, the soldiers list, and the service records. You can actually click on the reorder button and move these around. I would suggest moving the personnel up to the top. That way, oh, I didn't save it. But if you remove, you can reorder these. Move personnel up to the top and then save it, and anytime you log in to the admin CP from now on, it'll be reorganized to where the soldiers list will always open up first, and that's great because that's where you're going to do 99% of all of your work. You should not really ever have to access service records, combat records, or assignment records. The only time you would go there is if you had made a mistake and you need to edit the entry that you already did. So let's go ahead and take a look here. We're going to go ahead and search for Ryan. Oh, I typed his name wrong. And at this point, you'll see that he already is a fire team leader, and that's because I recorded a video a moment ago and messed it up, so I'm doing it again here. But we're going to go ahead and go through, and I'll show you the process. What you'll do is you'll click on the drop-down menu here, and then go to New Assignment Record. This will pop up. You need to verify that you have the correct soldier's name selected, Jack Ryan. The date, so the date is correct. We're going ahead and transferring him over today, and then the from combat unit. Now in the case of there's a couple of things that are going to happen here. So the from combat unit, if they're changing to a different unit, then you're always going to keep the from combat unit the same. But if you're going to get them to a different unit, you'll have to uncheck this do not change combat unit and then select where you're sending them to. So if, for example, he was going to third cab, we would select that, right? But in this case, we're not transferring him, so we're going to click do not change combat unit. And then position, this is actually what's going to be changing. So he was a fire team member, we're going to change him to fire team leader. And be careful because flight leader is here. We need to make sure we go and pick the correct one, fire team leader. So there it is. I'm going to go ahead and do not change position because I've already done it before. Supervisor, if you need to change a supervisor, then that's where you would do that. Supervisor, you could change it. Status, if you needed to change their status. Now, with status changes, really the only time you're going to need to change the status will be if they are going really on leave of absence or retired. Generally, retirement's going to be processed by C staff anyway, so you don't really need to worry about it. Leave of absence and AWOL is going to be automatically processed by the system, so you don't need to worry about doing those in BMO. Civilian's going to be automatically processed by C staff whenever we do a discharge, so you don't need to worry about that one either. And then active duty will be automatically done by either by RRO when they are enlisted or by the PersCom system when they return from leave of absence or return from AWOL status. So we don't need to worry about status at this point. And then document, if they are being given a position, if they are For example, moving to a fire team leader position, you want to do an assignment order. If they're moving to a different assigned unit, you want to do an assignment order. So you'll click on that. My mouse is double clicking, so it's messing up. And then you would send notification, of course, and then click save. That will then add that to the soldier's assignment record entries there. So we can actually look in PersCom at Ryan here, and you'll see that he is a fire team leader. But if you look at the assignment records, which we just added, you'll see that he went from Alpha Company 1st Platoon 2nd Squad as a fire team member to Alpha Company 1st Platoon 2nd Squad as a fire team leader. And you can also see the assignment record here. So that's how that process works. Now there are some other things that you can do as a member of BMO, so we'll kind of go over those real quick. You can add a new service record entry. So if this would be something like, you know, soldier attended warrior leader course. So and then if there's a relevant document, you would attach the relevant document. There's really no documents for WLC, so you don't need to attach anything, but you would click do not attach document. So that's how that works. You send the notification, then you save it. That's going to add that service record entry. Pretty self-explanatory. Same process for combat records. New combat record. Same thing. Type in the combat record entry. Attended Operation Freedom Sentinel mission, you know, whatever the case is, and then you can add a document if there needs a document for that as well. And then, or do not attach document, send the notification, save it. That's going to add that combat record entry. Assignment records are the same. Award soldiers. So if you're filing an award for the soldier, of course you pick their name. You can change the date to whatever date is applicable, and then select the award. The award is going to be on the list. So let's say that he is being awarded the Bronze Star. Okay, so you would select the Bronze Star. Now you do need to attach a document, and it's not going to let me do that. There's a bug in the system. If you try to process something for some soldier and then do a different soldier, it doesn't work. You have to reload the page. So let me do this one more time because I do want to show you the document portion of the awards. And the reason why is because there's two documents here. So there's the award and then the award of valor. You want to make sure that you pick the correct one. If they are awarded the medal for a valor situation, you know, a combat situation, then you want to select that on there, because what that's going to do is that's going to update their record, and I'll demonstrate that here in a moment. Send notification, save it, and then that'll be added to their records. Promotion and demotion, you do not need to worry about those because that is only done by officers. Demotions and promotions are only processed by officers, C-staff. So you don't need to worry about those as a member of BMO. You've also got links here to view their combat records, view the assignment records. You can also do that by going over here to the left menu, clicking on assignment records, combat records, or service records to view them. So those are over there. Next thing I want to talk about real quick here is the editing of the soldier. So you do have the option to edit the soldier. I will say, caution you, that there is a high probability of error if you edit a soldier this way. So do not do this. There's only a couple of reasons why you would need to edit the soldier, and I'm going to review those for you now. Do not change the soldier status here. If you need to change their status, you do so by adding an assignment record. Okay. Do not change their rank. If they need a rank change, they need to have a promotion or a demotion filed by C-staff. Uniform, if the uniform needs to be uploaded and changed, that's a job for CID. Weapon, this is something you and BMO can do. If their weapon needs to be changed, select their weapon from the list, save it, that's good to go. Combat duty assignment. Do not change the unit or the position on this tab. Period. Do not do it. You will break that soldier's personnel file and we cannot get it fixed. Do not edit that. You can edit their soldier here, or their supervisor here rather. You can edit their MOS here. If they have an MOS change, this is where you fix it. If they have a supervisor change, you can do it here. However, I will caution you, if they are being transferred to a new location, you can change the supervisor there. So if they're going to a different squad or a different platoon, different company, whatever the case is, and that's the reason you're changing the supervisor, do that through the assignment entry. Do not do that through here. Admin duty assignments is the only other place really that you will need to worry about as BMO. If the soldier is in a DMOS, this is where you edit that. Or if they're being removed from a DMOS, this is where you edit that. If he is a recruiter, you click recruiter. If he is a drill sergeant, you click drill sergeant. You don't need to hit control or anything like that. You can just click each one as necessary. If he's a journalist, we click journalist. To remove, same process, just click on the one you want to remove. And it's going to remove. Then you click save, and that's it. Custom fields here is the Steam ID and the gender. You should not need to change those. If you do need to change the Steam ID, then this is where you would do it. It needs to be this 64 only because it automatically generates the link. If their gender changes, then I guess you can change the gender. The only reason we have gender is for our trainees to be able to automatically have a male or female uniform attached to their profile. So it really shouldn't matter if they've been here for a while. That covers everything in the back end. Now that we've updated the this personnel file request, we'll go ahead and click on the edit button here. You can click on the completed. That's going to insert it. Submit your comment. Now what you will do is click on the move button or the link, move it to the archive. Click on move and return to requests. You will now see that in the requests, the request is gone and the notification is now also gone. You, if necessary, and you want to go back to it because you made a mistake or you want to double check something, you can go back to BMO Requests and the breadcrumb down here, and then go to the archive. And you can see in the archive all of the requests that have been processed and completed. So that pretty much covers all of the new website functions for BMO. If you need to do XML requests, those are still going to be through the XML system, the squad XML system. So you don't need to worry about doing anything on the back end for that, at least through the new website. So if you have any questions, by all means contact me and I will be glad to help. Thanks.